Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's session we are going to work on a sample project for data integration and reporting, and we are going to cover this in 3 to 4 sessions so that we can understand and digest what we have done in each part. So first part will be majorly on creating linked services, connecting to the sources, making use of ADF, and seeing like what all sources we have and how we can configure that from our machine and how we can upload that. Also, we'll be creating different containers available in data lakes. Also, we'll be creating file shares on the data lake, synced it to our local machines, and likewise we will see other stuffs as well, like creating of key vault, accessing the keys from the key vault. And then later sessions we will be covering more of like DataBricks, Synapse external tables, and Power BI. Okay, so with that, let's go to our Azure portal first and open our ADF. So you can see this is like we don't have any linked service available here. And in integration runtime, you will see we have two integration runtime. One is like the default auto integration runtime, and the other one is like a self-hosted integration runtime. So video for self-hosted integration runtime I have already covered in my previous sessions in ADF tutorial, but I will add the link in this video as well in the description. Okay, and we will see what all data sources we have now. Let's go to the data sources that we have. So this is an Excel file which will give us like an idea about the data sources that we have. We have an on-premise SQL database. This is the on-premise SQL database which will have account, merchant, and sales transactions. Three tables we have. And then next we have is file share on-premise. So we have a file share on-premise location. Let's open this Azure datasets. So this is like file share on-prem. So the date file is something that we will be consuming from our on-prem file share. Okay, and then next is going to be our Azure file share sync local. Okay, so for that we will be having these many tables or files. One is like user file, and other is like accounts legacy file and merchant legacy files. Okay, and the last one is from the blob storage. Using Azure Storage Explorer, we will be uploading one file, that is dim transactions. Okay, so this segregation of data set is not any business requirement, it is just to show the capabilities across different services available within Azure. Okay, so with that, let's begin by going to the data lake first. Go to the data lake, go to the file share, and let's try to create a file share first, and how you can create a file share and how you can sync that with your local machine. Click on create Azure file share, click on hot, and click on create. So it will take few seconds for validation and then it will be created. Okay, now the file share is created on the Azure portal. Now let's click on connect, and you need to state which drive you want to give. So my favorite is S, so I will give S, and then click on show script. Scroll down, copy the show script, open your Windows PowerShell, and then paste the code that you have copied from the script portion and give a enter. So now let's see. Yeah, so it has added the CMD key successfully, and then it has mounted the file share to the local and synced it. Okay, so I will show you. Click on browse and you will see our file share is here, but we don't have any file available. And I will also go to my computer. So see, my file share has been synced. Let me double click, open it, and then go to my data set, go to my file share directory, copy all these three files from here and put that into my file share drive mapped to the Azure file share. Okay, so it's getting pasted. In the meantime, I will just go here and just try to refresh it. So once I go and try to refresh, you will see all the three files are available on my file share on Azure. Okay, so that's the first step that is completed. Now the second step is going to the second data set of our interest, that is file share. So this is our on-prem file share, which will have the file named as dates, and we are interested in the date files. Okay, so this we are not going to make any change, so this is going to be our source path for this particular date. That's the on-prem file share. Okay, and the next is SQL database. On-prem, you will have like account table, merchant table, and sales transaction tables coming from the on-prem SQL database. And the next one is going to be some files will be uploaded to the blob storage, that is dim transaction. Let's see, go to the, so before that what we can do, so file share is ready. Now let's go to our data lake, open the containers and prepare a Medallion architecture containers. So let's bronze is created, then we have silver layer, and then ultimately we will have gold layer. Okay, so let's create the gold layer. So this is created. Now let's go to our blob storage. So this is my blob storage. So creation of blob storage and data lake, it's already covered in my previous sessions under ADF tutorials. You can refer that if required. Now let's go to now let's go to the name. Yeah, this is the name. Now we need to see whether we have any containers here or not. So I have couple of containers, but I'm just thinking, what if I can remove this? Let's see if that works or not. Let's remove this and create a new folder named as raw data. Okay, raw data. This is the folder. Now I will allow some users to access my blob storage, not the data lake but the blob storage, using Azure Storage Explorer. Now let's try to connect to Azure Storage Explorer. In the meantime, we will close this PowerShell script. Go to the blob storage. So this is my Azure Storage Explorer. So I have made a video on this as well in my previous sessions in the ADF tutorial. You can refer that if required. Now let's try to connect to storage account. Let's see what all things it will ask. Storage account service. Let me select this. Make use of shared signature URL. Let's try this. Display name is going to be my blob service URL. Okay, so let's go to the service URL, SAS URL, scroll down, go and create a service URL. Let's copy this one, that is blob service SAS URL, and try to see if we are able to connect or not. Great, so we are able to connect here. You see, that's the good news. Now let's try to upload the file. Go here and let's give this path. Select this, select the file, and then click on upload. Okay, so my file is getting uploaded. Now it's uploaded. So this is also done now. Okay, now next step is, let's go to our ADF and start creating the different link services. Okay, now let's go and create. So we need to understand, like, let's go to our architecture. So we need to understand like what we should do. Okay, so we have a ADF instance, we have a storage explorer with which we have uploaded our files. We have a Azure file share synced to our local, for which we have placed 3 files. This is also done. We have a on-prem SQL database that is also like already present. We are connected with it and we have 3 tables and on-prem file share as well. So we need to copy all this data using ADF and put that in the bronze layer. Okay, so that's what we are targeting for. So for that, let's go ahead and take ADF and first begin to pull the data from file share. Okay, and then from your blob storage, and then from your Azure file share, and ultimately from your Azure SQL database. So let's go back. Let's click on the linked service and let's see. First of all, we will be creating or pulling it from the file share. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, on-prem file share. Okay, click on this, give a name fs data file share data. Select your self-hosted integration runtime, go to the path file share on-prem path. So this is my local path, and why I'm able to access it, because I have self-hosted integration runtime selected as a part of integration runtime. Okay, and then I will be giving the username, and ultimately I will be making use of key vault in order to create that. Okay, so I need to create a linked service for the key vault. So it is going to be okay, so I just gave this name as a linked service. Select my subscription, select my key vault name, and do a test connection and create this. So once we do a create, it will pop up with additional details about reading the secrets. Okay, so we need to see how we can read the secrets. Okay, so what we need to do, so we have to go to the key vault. Let's go to the key vault, go to secrets, and first of all let's create the secret. Okay, file share pass. Okay, so this I am giving, it's a file share password, so that's what I'm saving here. Try to create this. It is getting failed. Okay, so it is getting failed. Why it is getting failed? Because we need to give some access. Okay, so for that what I will do, I will go to access control, add role assignment. Just wait for a couple of seconds, it will pop up, and then simply select for Azure Key Vault Administrator. Select this, click on next, click on selected members, and it is going to be the user who is creating the secret. Click on this and assign it. Okay, so this is getting added now. Let's wait for it to complete. It's completed now. Let's go back. Now let's see. Okay, so now basically we were not able to create the secrets, right? Now let's try to create the secret. Click here, update this and create it. Now let's see if we are able to. Yeah, so this is instantly created. Now next step is go here, refresh this and try to see if we can read the secret from here or not. So see, still we cannot read. So what next we need to do is we need to do one more role assignment. Go here, go to the role assignment and look out for a user secret, key vault secret user, key vault secret user. Select that, next, go here, and it is going to be now your ADF, right? Its ADF is requiring to read it. Okay, let's check. Go here, review and assign and create. So it is assigning and creating it. It is done. Now let's check if you are able to read the secrets. Expand this, you are able to read the secret. do a test connection, and ultimately give a create button. Okay, so it is created now. Let me just publish it. Okay, so I have some data set here, no problem. So this is ready and this is ready. Okay, now let's go here and let me just check that the data set. Let's go and remove that and try to publish it. Yeah, so that is working. Now let's go ahead and create a new linked service. So this time we are going to create a linked service from the data lake using the file share. Okay, so it's going to be your data lake Azure file share. Use account key, select your subscription, go to the storage account. So this is my data lake starting with DL, and this one is your blob storage. Okay, so I'm selecting data lake, and then I will be doing a test connection, and ultimately I will be clicking on create. So now this is also ready. Okay, and next is go and create yeah, sorry. So this one, just 1 second. So this one, the one which I have created, it is pointing to the data lake. Okay, and this one I will change the name. Yeah, no problem. Let me just check if we can change the name. We'll see that whether it works or not. Otherwise leave it. I will say storage. Let's see. Okay, no problem, so that's fine. Okay, discard it. Next I will be creating, so basically what is this? So this is a data lake, and this is something that I have created for our bronze layer, gold layer, and silver layer. Okay, and let's delete it. Okay, once again let's open this, go to your Azure file storage. So this is something that we'll be using to access our Azure file storage, which is synced to our local machine. Okay, so if I show you, so this is where it has to like show up. Okay, so let's select this, continue, and just give it a name. It's going to be your data lake Azure FS. Okay, so we have given this, and then we are giving the subscription as this. Account name is going to be your data lake account name. File share you need to select. So this is going to be my Azure file share, which we have created sometime back. Just test the connection and click on create. That's it. So that is perfectly done. Now let's go back and create another data set. This data set is going to be Azure blob storage. Let's try to create this and see. So this is going to be your blob storage. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go and select the subscription. Go and select your blob storage. This is my blob storage, the second one, and we'll try to see whether it works or not. It worked. Click on create. So my blob storage is also now ready. Sorry. uh, then we will see the next one, that is Azure Data Lake Gen 2. Click on this. ADLS. Okay, so this is going to be my destination, the one which I am selecting. Select my subscription, go here, go to select my data lake, click create. Okay, so that's it. So that is also created. And now the last one, click here, go to my SQL database. So it is not the Azure SQL database. Click on SQL Server. Okay, change it to SQL on-prem, on-premise. Okay, you can give any name like based on like what standard or pattern you are following within your organization or a team. select this. So why we are selecting this? Because we know we need to make use of like self-hosted integration to connect to the on-prem data sources. Okay, so now server name, let me just copy the server name. So my server name is going to be this, paste it here. My database is name going to be, copy this, paste it here, and I will be making use of SQL authentication. Give the username, let's check what's the username. Go here, go to this pi user new, and password I will be passing through this. So this time I'm not making use of Azure Key Vault. If it is required, you can use it. So I have shown you how to use it for the file share. You can refer that. Okay, and yeah, that's it about this. In ideal world, it should be like stored in a key vault. Okay, we should pull it from the key vault. So just like in interest of time, I'm just avoiding it, but it's already covered in the file share. You can refer this one. Just select this and let's see if it's connecting or not. It is connected. Now let's click on create. Okay, so this is created. Wonderful. But now let's go to the pipeline section. You can arrange this, you can create different folders like based on your project plans. You can say, let's suppose landing zone, sorry, just ignore this, close this. Next is going to be your curated zone, or yeah, that's fine. Curated zone naming convention should be fine, like based on like what you're following, you can use that. Click on my folder, aggregation, loading, something like that you can put. Okay, or let it be like aggregation. Okay, so that's it, aggregation. Click here and try to rename the folder by giving zone. That's it. Now what you can do, right click, create a new pipeline. Okay, and what you can do is, let's try to copy the file from the file share first. Let's see if it works or not. Click on copy command, click here, name it, copy from file share to ADLS. Okay, this is what we are trying to give. Go here, go to data source, click the data source. It's going to be your file share. Click on this delimiter, click on this. You need to give a name, DSFS. DSFS means it's just naming convention, dataset file share. Click on this linked service we have already created, click on that, and it's directly pointing to the file share path. Okay, click on OK, and you can preview the data, and it will be read from my local path using self-hosted integration runtime. So that's it. And then what next? Go here, go to the sync. Let's open this. For sync, I need to use a different dataset, that is data lake gen 2. Click on that, click delimiter, select this, make it as this ADLS, that is dataset ADLS. Click on this, this is my ADLS storage. Select that, go here, select, it's a bronze zone, right? It's going to like come down in the bronze zone. Select that, and in addition, what you can create is, you can create some folders if required. Let me, yeah, so this is like date folder, right? It is date file. Go and create a date folder and give a name. Okay, so your name is going to be this one. Let's give the same name and click on OK. The specified path does not exist, bronze. So let's go to the data lake and check whether we have created the path or not. Let's go to the data lake, go to the container. It's bronze, it's already present. Go here. Now let's try to create one folder also, date, and let's check now if that is validated. System was schema invalid account. This one file share this state not found. The specified path does not exist. Okay, yeah, no problem. So let's select again. Let's go back. Select this. Open the bronze zone. You will see the folder. Select that. Click OK and give the file name. My file name is going to be, go back, paste it here, and just make this as adls. Okay, click OK. Account this file share path, dates not available. Okay, no problem. So let's remove this and see like how it works. Okay, so that's it. So now what we will do, we will see how we can parameterize this data sets. Okay, so let me go here and try to do a parameterization. Go here, click this folder name, file name, go to the dataset, click here, go and select your folder name, go and select your file name. That's it. Now go back and just give the value here what is relevant. So this pipe can be used for different locations as well if required. Bronze, and this is going to be your file name. Okay. Copy behavior, let's check it as preserve hierarchy. Okay, and this source also you can create parameters if required. One go here, folder name, file name. So that's it. Go to the connection, go here, you can give this is not required in fact. Okay, so what I will do, I will get rid of this directory and provide this as a file name. Paste this and try to preview it, and let's check. Yeah, usually preview option should be available. Yeah, it's here. Let's check whether it works or not. Yeah, it's working. Close it, and now let's try to publish it. Let's see in okay, fine. No value provided parameter. Click on this, scroll here. So this is my source, this is my destination. So destination, we have already defined the values. This one we need to see what value we need to provide. So for that, folder name is not relevant, so you can put NA, it is not used anywhere. If required, we can extend the capability by adding the folder name into the dataset by incorporating that, and then here we can put the file name. So that's it. List to that should have at least one activity. Okay, so I think I missed one pipeline here somewhere. Click on this, this is not required. Okay, and let's publish it now, and let's try to give it a name, that is pipeline landing file share. Okay, landing file shares files. So I have given this name also. Now let's scroll down, go back. So this one pipeline is done. Now I will just clone this pipeline and try to remove the name and make this as Azure file share. Okay, I will make the changes, but before that let me just go and run this pipeline and validate whether it really works or not. Let's trigger this, let it run. Meantime, we will go here, we'll come here. Now we need to go to the source. First of all, let's change the name. Copy A means Azure file share, and ADLS, moving to ADLS. Go to the source, let's go and change the dataset. My dataset will be pointed to a different data source, so I need to create a different data source, that is file share. Select this is going to be delimiter. Select this TSAFS, that is Azure file share. Select this, select my linked service for the Azure file share, and then ultimately we can select the file. Okay, just click on OK, and we will see where the file, what is the file name. Go here, go to my data lake, go to the file share, click here and go to the browse, and these are the files. Okay, so let's try to see like what we can do. We will put like star.csv and see like whether it works or not. Go to open the dataset, go here, star.csv. Okay, or else let's do one thing, so we will make it like bit easier. We'll just go back, copy this, put it here for now. Okay, and try to just preview whether we are able to preview it from Azure file share this time. So last time one was yeah, we are able to preview it from Azure file share. The last one was like on-prem file share. Okay, so this is also done. Now go back here, this is configured. Now go to my ADLS Gen 2 and give this as a name. Okay, this one. Sorry for that. Let's go to my data lake Gen 2 folder name. So I need to provide the folder name also. So for folder name, what we can do is, this is my folder name, so this will change now. Okay, so this is going to be your user folder name. Okay, and the other one, if I go to this pipeline, click on this, expand this and expand this, so this is going to be your date column. So that was my bad, and I think it has already created a file with that name. Let me go back. See, this is not required. Let me delete this. That's it. So the bronze is the container name, so this was like folder name, so that's why I'm just making it a correction and changing it to date. That's it. And then the next step is to update our other pipeline, which is copying the data from Azure file share into the data lake Gen 2. Okay, and the folder name is going to be user. Same thing, I will copy and paste it again. So this is, I'm just not making it dynamic for now, just demo. Okay, and I will say this is for user, this is for your account, for account. So what we have to change in account, go for your name. Okay, so now the good part is you need to click this again because you need to give a specific file name, right? So we need to parameterize that, unfortunately. Okay, so what we can do here is go to the parameter, click here, give file name, and go back. You will see you are able to see the value. Okay, go to your Azure file from your local system, go and copy this name, go back to your ADF, and this is related to my account, right? So I will just simply put the file name as account. Now here what I need to put here, it's going to be the name of my user file. Okay, paste it here. So this is also done. Go here, connect this or keep it in parallel, it's up to us, and then just copy paste another one and just leave it here. Let's remove it. Okay, scroll down, make this as merchants. Okay, so this is going to be your merchant. Go here, go to your ADF, change this to merchants. Go back, go to your sync, change this to merchant, and this is going to be your merchant folder. Source is going to be your merchant. Okay, and one more stuff, go back to the previous task. Here this is fine, this needs to be changed, right? This needs to be changed to account because it's going to be account folder, if I'm not wrong. Yes, and this also needs to go into the legacy name. Go to your account legacy name, copy this, go back, go to the ADF and paste it this. So that means we want to create a folder named as account, and inside that the file name is going to be this. So we have passed this successfully, and in the source we are reading this file name. Same for this one, this is going to be merchant legacy. It is going to create a new folder as merchant and place the merchant file here in this. Okay, so there are different ways that you can use to automate this or streamline the naming convention and the folder structures. It all depends like how you are building it. So that's it. Now let's try to save it and see like whether it works or not. Let's select this and delete and let's check. Yeah, that is fine. Yeah, let's delete and check. Now this is my first pipeline that is copying all the files from Azure file share, which is synced from my local machine into the data lake in the bronze container under different folder structure. Let's trigger it and check like whether it works or not. First click on the debug and run. And meantime let's also go to our file share execution, which was failed, or which was creating a wrong folder. Okay, now let's trigger this one as well. Okay, let it run. Meantime let's clone it again, a new pipeline, clone this one, go here, change the name of this to blob storage. Okay, blob storage to ADLS. So blob storage means the file that we have uploaded using Azure storage, that is dimtran. Okay, so we will be copying that file and putting into our data lake. So meantime let's check what is the status of our two pipelines. Let's check this one. Any progress? Yeah, this is completed. Okay, two of them is completed, one is still running, so most likely this should also complete within a couple of seconds. Yeah, this is done. And then the one from the file share is also completed. Now let's go to our bronze layer, which should be structured in a expected way that we have defined. See, so you have account has account legacy table, date is coming from the on-prem file share, and then we have merchant is coming from merchant legacy user. So that's it. Now we have two more sources that we need to connect to. One is your blob storage. So for that I will do B. Let's make it as B and remove this. Click on this, go to the source, expand this, select blob, click on the blob, delimit it, select this. Okay, blob. So you are going to select blob storage to blob, your dataset blob storage. Okay, blob storage. So that's it. Link service we have already created, blob storage link service. And here let's see, this is the raw path which has been created. Let's click on OK. In fact I will just select this file. Okay, for now I'm not going to parameterize it. Let's check. So that's it. So this is configured. Now let's go to the destination. Destination will remain same perfectly, and this is going to be your, make it as transactions. Let it be transactions. Okay, transaction, and the name is going to be, let's go to here, let's open the name of the file, let's copy this, go here, paste it here. Okay, so this is the name of the file. So this is also ready. Let's try to publish this, scroll down, let it happen, and let's also do a clone out of this, one more clone, the last one, and just go to this one and let's trigger this one also, so that we can see whether it is able to copy the data from the blob storage which has been uploaded by the users using Azure Storage Explorer, and it can take the file from the blob storage and put that into our data lake under Medallion architecture under the bronze container. Okay, let's check whether it works or not. It is running. Okay, so now let's go to SQL on-prem. on-prem, remove this. Okay, and then it's running or not, let's check. Yeah, it is taking some time, that's fine. So now what we will do, we need to connect to our on-premise SQL database, right? Let's click on this. Before that, let's go here, and we have changed the name of the pipeline. This is just to like make sure that what is happening in which stage in pipeline, that's why we are giving this naming convention. So here in this copy activity also we need to make a change, right? Just click on this, just click on this, copy SQL on-prem, on-prem, okay, to ADLS. Let's see, click on this. We will be creating a new data set. That new data set will be SQL server. Click on that. It's going to be ds underscore SQL on-prem. Okay, select this. Our link service already created in the previous steps. Go here, select the table. Now we need to make sure which table we are selecting. Either you can select it manually, okay, either you can select it manually, or you can customize it using a lookup activity. Let's take it manually for now. Select this, click on OK. Now we will see, but I think we need to parameterize. Let's open the data set. Okay, go to the parameter, click here, make it as table name, and also we'll see if you have the option to dynamically pass the value of schema. Let's check that. Go here and click on this. So this will come from the schema parameter, and the account name is going to come from our table name. Okay, click this, go back. So this is our SQL connection. Let's, sometimes it will not refresh. Click on this, select that again, your table name. Now we need to give the table name. Schema name is DBO, table name is going to be the one which you can go and copy from here. Copy this, go here, paste it. Okay, so that's it. Now go here to the data lake. Here you need to see what value you need to provide. So this is going to be your account folder, okay, and then your table name is going to be this one, or the file name is going to be this one. Okay, so when we push this, this is going to go into the account table and account folder. So account folder is currently having a legacy CSV file, which is legacy account CSV. After pushing this one, we will be having a account file as well. So there are two files. Okay, so now this is what we have done. Now copy this, paste it here. This is for your accounts. Just mention like accounts. Go here, make this as merchants. Click here, go to your SQL database, copy the file name or the table name, paste it here, go here, paste it here, and paste it here also. So now let's go back. What is the folder structure for merchant? So merchant is going to be without S. So that is done now. And then ultimately copy it one more time, paste it, put it here. Okay, go here, and this is going to be your transaction, the main transaction table. Source is your transaction, which I will be copying from the sales transaction table. I put it here so that it can read the name of the table exactly and push it into the transaction folder that we already have at the path, but that contains right now dim transaction values. Okay, and we will be giving the name to this file as .csv. So that's it. Now let's try to publish it and check whether it works or not. And in the meantime, let's go back to our previous run that was running. Let's see what has happened. Yeah, this is also completed. Great. Now let's go back and check like what has happened to our transaction folder. If I open this, you see this file from the Azure Blob storage, sorry, Azure Storage Explorer. Somebody has posted that into the Blob storage, and from Blob storage we are able to see this in the data lake, okay, under bronze folder under transactions. So that is also done perfect. Now let's go to our last pipeline, the SQL one. Let's click on run. Let's check what happens. Let it run, and in meantime what I will do, I will be creating one more pipeline which will be a master pipeline. Okay, click on this. So this is going to be your PL landing master. Okay, and I will be creating execute task 1 2 3 4, sorry, yeah, 3 4. So I have 3 1, connect this, connect this, connect this. So I'm going to define my master pipeline now. Now let's go to the previous pipeline and see what has happened. Let's expand this. It is running, yeah, it would take some time. It is running. I think we have connected them, right? So that's why it is taking time. Yeah, so 2 of them is completed. Let's go and check also. Yeah, it is not updated here, but if you go to the merchant column, you see this has been updated from the last pipeline, and if you go to the account, you will see this has been updated. Perfect. Okay, now go to our ADF and see the transaction is also completed. Now we can just go and validate the transactions. See, there was a typo, because of that we got a different folder structure, and we need to remove this S, so we can do that later. And now you see its sales transaction also came into the appropriate folder and appropriate container. So that's it. And in the meantime I will just delete this one, and to update this one I will go here, go to my, see, this naming convention helps me to immediately identify what is the source. It's blob storage. Click on that, click here, remove this S. That's it. Go here, just run this, let it complete. Okay, this is running and this will work out. And now let's see. So this is my master pipeline. Now I need to design like what should be the sequence of my pipelines, right? So let's pick this one first. Copy this. It's going to be the name of this. Copy the name of the pipeline. You can put it here. You can give the pipeline name, or you can give some other standard name that in your organization that they are following. Okay, you can do that as well. Second is going to be my blob storage. Select this, select the name of this, paste it here. Okay, third one is going to be my file share, on-prem file share. Select this one, go to my master pipeline. Where is my master pipeline? This one. Select this, paste it here. Okay, and meantime we should also invoke or call the pipeline also. That was just a naming convention, so give it here also. Okay, and then ultimately the on-prem SQL database one. Copy this, go to your master pipeline and go and paste the name of the activity, as well as go and call the specific activity. This is done. For the first two we haven't invoked the pipeline. Select this, copy the name of the pipeline, go to the settings and invoke the pipeline. Yeah, so that's it. So our master pipeline is completed perfectly. You can see this is a master pipeline. Let's try to publish this. Okay, and now let's trigger it one more time. Let's see the magic. Meantime let's go and verify the transaction folder. See, now 2 files are here, and we have a proper folder structure that has been created within the bronze layer, which is actually a landing of all the disparate, all the data sources available for us into a common landing location under bronze zone. Okay, so that's it. So this particular pipeline can be triggered at a scheduled time and step by step it will be copying all the data sources. We can do a lot of further customization, and we can make it much more dynamic in a way that it will be easy to handle and manage and extend. So that's what happens in the first process, and then the second process will start based on an activity. I'm just checking if you have that activity. Yeah, so this is the notebook, right? So we will see in the next session we will try to extend our pipeline that has posted all the files in our bronze layer. We will try to pick that and do some transformations, okay, based on the business logic. So first of all, in the next session we will be going through the business logic, what all business logics will be applicable against these file formats. We will see like few of them, okay, and then we will try to call our DataBricks notebooks from here as the next step. Means once the landing for everything is done, we will be trying to do a transformation that is going to call your notebooks, and once the notebook is done, it will call the synapse. We will create synapse views and external tables by registering, making use of serverless SQL pool, and within serverless SQL pool we can create a different logical data base wherein we can create different views, and that view will be pointed to our gold layer, and it will try to pull out the data from there and ultimately to the Power BI report. So that's the roadmap or the plan, okay. But for this session I will stop it here, close it, and you will have your monitor which help you to see like what is happening for on your pipelines, whether it's failing or passing. Since I have used debug, it won't be available in trigger, it will be in debug. So click on that and see everything is updated and it's successful. So that's it. So we are ready with our bronze layer, and in the next section we are going to cover how to consume the data from the bronze layer into the silver layer as well as into the gold layer using DataBricks notebooks by leveraging the DataBricks parameters, variables, and different available PySpark SQL as well as PySpark languages. Okay, so that's it, guys, for this session. Hope you have enjoyed the first part of end-to-end data integration project. Thank you and have a great day.